Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a mishmash video. It's going to be a get ready with me, but also a Q&A because I know I have promised you guys this video for a long time. There's been a whole bunch of questions that have stacked up because I keep asking you guys for them, not thinking about how long it's going to take for me to answer them all. So I'm going to do like the first chunk now and then save some for maybe a future video, but I'm just doing who came in first on Instagram, who came in first on YouTube, who came in first in DMs. So I'm gonna hopefully answer most of your questions. A lot of them were very similar, so I definitely kept my eye out for those questions and I made sure to put them in here. But yeah, I thought that we would just do like a get ready with me. I probably won't be talking to you about the products I'm putting on my face, but I'll of course always link them down below and it'll just be like we're chatting. So that's kind of fun, right? I'm actually getting ready to head out and go to like the little downtown area where I live to do some work because I am technically working from home today. So I'm just going to start with my base product, and that's why today's look is going to be a very wearable daytime look, because I actually got a question about this, which I'll answer more in detail later, but it does have to be relatively natural so I don't look like a crazy person going outside in, I think it's supposed to be 85 today, 85-degree weather with a full face of makeup on. So heat proof and natural makeup is what we're going for today. So I got a good mix of questions. I got some that felt very personal questions. I got some that were more about green beauty. So I tried to group them with what made sense, but now of course that I'm looking at this list, I think I just started adding to it and there's like no rhyme or reason to how these are grouped. So we're just gonna go through them as I wrote them down. So the first question is, how long have I been together with Jared? And this was like one of the first questions that I got. And it was interesting how much it tied into other questions. So Jared and I have been together for almost 4 years at this point. We met when we were at school. We lived in the same apartment complex and met through mutual friends. So then we started sort of like going out socially together with this group of friends and became closer. And it's a bit of a long saga, but one thing led to another. And then we started to actually date. And yeah, so I think it's gonna be 4 years in January, which is exciting. And then the other question was, how long have we lived together? We've lived together now for a little over a year. And I got a lot of questions about how is it living with someone else when you're younger. I think I'm really lucky. I think it's been really easy, and I know that that's not always the case, so I feel really lucky. I think part of what made it easier is that I had my own apartment for a year before we decided to move in together. So we got this kind of blissful transition stage where he got to come over, and if I was really annoyed or wanted my own space, then he could leave, but he was welcome whenever. So it was sort of like living together, but not officially living together. And like we had 2 separate spaces to go to if we really wanted to. So it was like a trial year of that. And then just timing made sense for us to move in together when we graduated. We both wanted to be in the same location. Financially, it made sense. And then most importantly, both of us wanted to live together. So we just decided to, and it's been, yeah, about a year now. It's going well. I don't really have any complaints. We're definitely very settled into it. I think the most overwhelming thing was combining 2 people's stuff into like a couple unit. It's just like you don't realize how much stuff you have until you then have to combine it with someone else, and you're like, we don't need 2 sets of silverware, we don't need 2 toasters, we need to just pare this all down because our house would be very crowded if we kept everything. Next question is YouTube your full-time job? No, absolutely not. I know that it might seem like people are doing it as their full-time job, but it's so tricky to make money on YouTube. It's really, really hard. I mean, some people do it and do an amazing job of it, but unless you have, sorry, there's a lawnmower outside, of course, it starts when I do this video. But unless you have like millions upon millions of followers, it's really hard to make a living on YouTube. I think YouTube takes a lot of your profit, even if you are displaying ads on your channel, so that's already everything's pretty much cut in half, it feels like. And yeah, it's really tricky. So no, I don't. I do a lot of other stuff. I've sort of answered this before, but by training, I'm a graphic designer, so I work with a company on that. I do freelance graphic design, I do YouTube, and then I actually have a few other little odd jobs that I pick up when I can just to like keep my bank account happy. I work just hourly and pick up jobs for a professional organizing company. Organizing has always been something that I really enjoy. I'm not anal about it, but I like things to have their place. It doesn't overwhelm me if they don't. I just feel like in my own house, I like to have things that have a place, and like if something's out of place, I know exactly where to put it. That's just the sort of person I am. And so for me, when I found this woman who does that professionally for people and helps them out, I felt like it was a great match. And I reached out to her, did an informational interview, which if any of you are graduating or you're trying to find another career, informational interviews are wonderful. Sometimes they lead to stuff, sometimes you're lucky and you catch someone at a good moment when they're looking to hire someone, or you just connect with them and they finally have a face to your resume. Yeah, so we connected and I've been doing that, I don't know how long now, but I just pick it up whenever she needs extra help. And it's really satisfying work because you start the day off in a house that's very overwhelming and then you end it and it looks like beautiful and really nice, and you come up with a system that actually works for the person so they can keep it that way. I'm enjoying it. Long story short, no, it takes a lot to be able to do these videos, and the only reason that I'm actually able to do these videos, especially during daylight, is because I can work from home a lot of the time. A lot of my work is remote, and so I can sort of schedule out my day, and this might mean like if I'm doing a video right now, then I'm working an extra hour or two later tonight, and I just sort of fit in editing where I can. So it can be sort of overwhelming to figure out how to make everything work, but I think I'm a pretty self-motivated person, and yeah, I find sort of this stuff very satisfying and I really enjoy creating content for you guys, so it feels worth it to me. Okay, what is my ethnicity? So I've never done like a 23andMe or anything like that, but my ethnicity, as far as I know, I'm mostly Italian. Both my dad and my mom are Italian. My dad is a little bit German too, so Italian, German. I think that's what I am. Okay, next question is about music and what's my favorite artist or song. I actually really always struggle with this question when people ask me about it because I think music for me really depends on the space that I'm in, like headspace, time in my life, what's going on in my life. So it's hard for me to be like, this is my favorite artist. I listen to everything, you know, that they come out with, all of that sort of stuff. But one or two people that I go back to, one is Sam Cooke, who is an older artist. He just has a beautiful voice and I love his songs. They're very romantic and they always make me feel happy and they make me feel like dancing, whether that be slow dancing or fast dancing. I just love his voice. It's just absolutely incredible, and I feel like more people should go back to that style of music. And then the second person who, let me see what her name is. I don't even remember people's names. I just like hear a tune and I like it. I've been listening to a song called Medusa, which is by Kaylee Morg. I hope I'm saying her name right. I'll link it down below. I don't know why, I just really like it. I also really like a song called White Jeans by Sales. I like the song Grizzly Bear by Angus and Julia Stone. Sorry, see, I'm awful. I just sort of hear a tune and I like it and then I save it and I listen to it until I cannot listen to it anymore and then I move on to the next one. But yeah, those are the songs that I've been listening to recently, but definitely Sam Cooke is one of my favorites. Okay, next question. Let's see. This one actually really surprised me. A couple people asked me if I would consider setting up a lunch, which I hadn't thought about, but that sounds really fun. I would definitely consider it. I don't know who would be interested in coming, but if you are in California, let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. Either DM me or let me know in the comments down below, and then if there are sort of enough people who are interested, then maybe we will. Maybe we'll do like a green beauty lunch or go shopping together, something like that. So that could be a very cool way to meet you guys. I like this question too. What do I miss most about conventional beauty products? There's a couple of things I miss. Price tag for sure. Being able to get beauty that's a lot cheaper is something that like I really miss, and I wish that there was a more affordable market in green beauty. I've always said though, my little 2 cents of how economics and money works is that if we're putting our money towards an industry, brands will increase, demand will be met, prices will go down, that sort of thing. So if we're investing in these sort of earlier, more expensive companies, then hopefully that will trickle down and we'll get some more affordable companies. I already see some of it happening with Burt's Bees. Not that I'm saying that they're the standard of green beauty that I go go for, but certainly they're better than conventional products in terms of ingredients. So yeah, so price tag I really miss. And then I think just like general diversity in products, whether that be shade ranges, whether that be formulations, everything has coconut oil in it, which is a great ingredient, but is there something else out there that like maybe won't slip around on my face as much? I don't know. I think there's just a lot of room for green beauty to grow and a lot of innovation that can happen. And when I'm talking about green beauty, I'm not just talking about the 100% natural brands. It's sort of hard when people say green beauty because there's no clear-cut definition, but just a working definition on my channel so that you guys know is all natural brands, but then also clean clinical brands. So things that potentially do still have man-made substances in it or synthetic ingredients in it, but that are sort of aligned with my level of comfort and what I'm willing to put on my skin. So yeah, I just think there's a lot of innovation that's still possible. Oh, my foot is asleep. I thought sitting on the ground was such a good idea. Now regretting it. Okay, next question. Ooh, what products am I willing to pay more for? So this sort of goes in with the price because I recommend a lot of products that are a little bit pricey. I gotta walk around. My foot is so asleep. Be right back. Oh. Okay, like I was saying before, my whole lower body decided to fall asleep on me. What products are you willing to pay more for? For me, my everyday products. So if it's something that I'm gonna wear every single day and I really like it, then I'll pay more for it. If it's not something I'm gonna wear every day, then I think twice about it. I just feel like the product will kind of sit in my drawer. There's nothing more depressing than spending a lot of money on something and then just watching it sit there and collect dust. So yeah, if it's an everyday product, then I'll spend more money on it. I don't know if that's exactly what you're asking, but if that's not, let me know and I can clarify. What is my daily wellness hack? I know a lot of people say this, but drink water. And then if I want to say something a little bit different, move. So we all have office jobs. A lot of us have office jobs. A lot of us have things where we're sitting a lot. I find if I sit for a long time, well, one, I can't really do that because it's just the way my body works and my back is bad, which I've talked about before, so I can't do that. But on top of that, I just feel sluggish and gross and I don't feel like myself. And moving, even just like taking breaks every 45 minutes just to get up and walk around for 5 minutes. I know that everyone says, oh, I don't have time to take a break, but literally all we have is time. There is nothing else in this universe besides time. So you can make time. It's just about prioritizing it. It's about realizing you can't do everything under the sun in one day and you have to take care of yourself because bottom line, if you don't have good health, if you're not taking care of yourself, you really can't have anything. So that would be my one wellness tip, is just move, take a walk, get up, change positions, and get some sunlight, and I think that will make you feel a world of difference. I feel like I'm doing a really good job on timing because out of the first set of questions, we only have like 1 or 2 left, and I'm just finishing up my routine, so I'm a little bit proud of myself right now. But the next question is, do a lot of natural looks? Do you ever wear dramatic looks out? I do. I wear dramatic looks like if I'm going out or if it's a special occasion, but on an everyday basis, I don't. Maybe I'll do like a dramatic lip or maybe a lot of winged eyeliner. Like I like to do little subtle dramatic looks. But yeah, you guys will notice that most of my looks on this channel are very natural, in my opinion, very wearable, and that's because this is what I wear. I'm not someone who likes a full face of foundation every day. I just don't like the way it feels. I don't like the way it looks. I think like a lot of what we're used to seeing and why we think dramatic makeup looks so good is because we're viewing it on a screen where there are filters, people are editing out sort of like cracks and blemishes and the areas that the makeup doesn't look so good. And so I think we're sort of skewed to think that like, oh, a full face of makeup can still look very natural and flawless, which I'm not saying it can never. I just think that it's harder to do than people think. And so for me, I'd much rather have a natural look and just feel like I'm sort of enhancing myself and I'm finding products that work with my skin and don't cover my skin. I don't know, I hope it doesn't get too boring, but that's just sort of the way I roll. And obviously, if I find a product that I think would be really fun for a dramatic look, I'd be happy to share it with you guys. I'd be happy to do some dramatic looks if that's what you want. But I also really want to portray what's real. And for me, what's real is not a lot of makeup or not heavy makeup. So yeah, that's why I tend to gravitate towards more natural looks. And then the last question that I'm going to answer for today, I didn't answer your question I am really sorry. It's just hard to get through all of them and not make this like an hour-long video, but I can do another one if you guys want. The last question I'm gonna answer today is what 2 products would I take to a deserted island, which is a great question. I actually put a decent amount of thought into this because I'm a product person, if you guys can't tell. I really enjoy new products. I really enjoy trying different things, seeing how packaging works, all that. So it would be really tough to be on a product-free island. But I think I would bring mascara because you can't make mascara on a deserted island. Where am I gonna find black pigment? Maybe like charcoal and aloe. If I found an aloe vera plant and I was able to have a fire, maybe I could combine those, but I feel like that would get in my eyes and would make my eyes water or something. Maybe I could use the charcoal as eyeliner. So yes, mascara I would definitely bring. But I feel like cheek-wise and lip-wise, I could use berries on the island, so don't need that. But I feel like a good lip balm is something that I would bring. I would actually bring, I was wearing it earlier in this video. Okay, I would bring the Carrie Gran Lip Whip in Natural Cinnamon. I was wearing it earlier in this video and I could use it as a highlight, even though I'm assuming it'd be a tropical island, so I'd probably have some natural dew going on, but there's nothing that peeves me more than having chapped lips, so I just feel like this would be a must. That is as many questions as I can possibly answer without making this video so long. I'm gonna spray some of this finishing spray, which this is from Lily Lolo. It's a makeup mist. I really don't think it does anything. I cannot recommend it to you guys. I don't see a difference. It feels like I'm spraying myself with water, but I just felt like being extra and applying this. That's what I'm gonna do. Also, it applies a little bit unevenly, so sometimes you can end up like big splashes of water. I've had it happen where I've been really nice eye makeup and I get a splash of water and it just like runs down my cheek and just ruins the whole look. So not recommending this. I just am trying to use it up because I bought it, I spent the money on it, and I'm gonna feel guilty if it just sits there. Yeah, too harsh. Maybe I'll see if one of my sisters or a friend or something wants this. It's just not working for me. Alright guys, thank you so much for getting ready with me. I hope you enjoyed listening to me babble on about these questions. I certainly had fun answering them and I'm always down to do another one of these videos, so just let me know. I already have a list going of other questions to answer, but just leave me some in the comments down below or over on Instagram and I can keep adding to that list and I'll just try and do these as often as I can over on Instagram stories, or I'll actually sit down and film a video here. And yeah, thank you guys for sending me in questions and for watching this video. As always, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already for videos always featuring clean green beauty. All the products that I used today are listed down below to create this very natural look. No drama here. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!